Oh, oh, I had to talk about this. So I'm not on the right. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. But this is. How, do you remember how when the Democrats and the left in general in the West started embracing woke bullshit, and back in the day, even I was saying, even when I didn't have like, even when I wasn't streaming and all this, I was saying that this is gonna make you lose. This right here is gonna make you lose. When normal people find out that you're saying these things and doing these things, they're gonna turn on you, and it eventually happened. It took a long time for it to bubble up into like normie culture, to the point where it was actually relevant to where they would push back against it. That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is. When you say homosexuals don't belong in the conservative movement, what you are doing is that you are telling everybody on the planet that you like the flat earth movement, essentially, that you are so retarded that you would shoot yourself in the foot and the face because you don't like homosexuals. Think about that. Just fucking think about that. Because here's what you would do if you were really, because like if you wanted to win and if you were pragmatic or even Machiavellian about it, you'd shut your fucking mouth. That's what you would do. That's what a smart person would do if they want to win in politics. It doesn't matter if you don't like homosexuals or not and you don't want them in your movement. You would shut your fucking mouth. Just like the white supremacists who used the blind black man as a Klan leader in the Dave Chappelle skit. That man was the smart one. I do remember the Voyager actor Icheb, who was like 16 or 17, oftentimes left the set because he had trouble hiding his boners when doing scenes with Jerry Ryan. Yeah, I imagine that was really hard, dude. She's pretty hot, dude. She was pretty hot. I imagine being a 17-year-old boy at the time when Voyager was out, that seeing Jerry Ryan in person would definitely do that to you. And it totally didn't happen just if you watch her off screen. No, never. What the fuck did I stumble into? Me talking about a retard. That's what it is. No. Excuse me. I'm an autistic retard. This person has no excuse for being a retard, right? They're a normal person who has warped their brain so much that they've become retarded. There's a difference between the two. See, I was born this way, so I'm like the OG. You know what I'm saying? Bloods and Crips, bro. That's a South Park reference. Just FYI. Anyway, but yeah, if this is you, Antunes, you're a fucking moron. That's all I gotta say. It's like, you don't want to win. That's it. You just don't want to win. Because the vast majority of people don't give a fuck if people are homosexuals or not. And so when they see this, what all they're gonna see is they're gonna interpret this like, think about it like this. Think about your average American, right? Your average Walmart American. I love that phrase, and I'm just gonna steal it. Fuck it. Don't even care. Shameless. Your average Walmart American is going to see this and be like, why are you a bitch? What is wrong with you? Especially when you're putting people like this guy. Like this guy? Really? Like one of the most intelligent and eloquent individuals who speaks for your political side. You're going to say he doesn't belong on your team. It's literally like saying, I don't want, we have an all white basketball team, and I don't want this 7-foot giant who can shoot who can fucking hit baskets from half court. I don't want that guy on my team because he's black. Even though we'd fucking destroy with him on our team, we don't want it. That's essentially what this is, just in a different way, for a different immutable characteristic. I don't know much about this guy. I think he's pretty cool from what I've, just vibes and shit. I think this is Peter Thiel. So that is Peter Thiel, right? I don't know how to spell his name. Yep, that's Peter Thiel. Okay. So, and it's Thiel. Thiel, is that his name? Yes, Thiel. There it is. Thiel. So, my bad, bro. Sorry. So this guy, if you don't know who this is This is essentially an Elon Musk type figure, except he's not nearly as famous. And he's on the right, and he's a homosexual. In fact, Gawker outed him as a homosexual, and he is the one that funded Hulk Hogan to take them down. Was it Gawker? I think it was Gawker. Yeah, I think it was Gawker. Pretty sure. I'm glad that Jerry Ryan was able to show that she isn't just a pretty figure, but also a pretty great actress. Like the episode that where oh, dude, man, like that's the thing is that Jerry Ryan gets a lot of shit because she's hot and she had to wear that fucking bodysuit because she's hot to begin with, but she's short and skinny, and so when they put her in the suit, they put her in a suit that made her a lot thicker and accentuated the feminineness that she exudes. And she wore like platform high heels and shit too to make her really tall. So I sympathize with her plight. And you are right. She is a very good actress. And it does suck that because of the way just TV works, that they wanted more eyeballs. And so they couldn't just make art for art because art has to sell to be on TV. And so you have to add sex appeal. And that's what Jerry Ryan was. And that's unfortunate. Because I absolutely loved 7 of 9, and not just because she was hot. Just like I'm just gonna say this for just reference. She could have been ugly. She could have been like slightly fat. I don't care. The point is that she's a good actress, and I love the character because of the actress, because she was good at it too, and just she was basically Data from Star Trek Voyager. On Star Trek Voyager, she was that character who was getting in touch with their humanity. It was a blatant ripoff of what Data was. Which is fine because that's, if, what is it? Amateurs, God, what is the saying? Amateurs mimic, professionals steal. There you go. And so, but yeah, so this is a huge tech bro right here. In that short, apparently 5'6". Akanab, you're a European. Hush. 5'6" doesn't seem short to you. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I'm just fucking around. I mean, it is short to me, so I'm 6'1", so that's why. My wife is 5'6", and she is short. Not for a woman, at least. I mean, fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm pretty sure the average height over here is like 5'7", like that, 5'8", something like that. Actually, you know what? Let's just fucking look it up. Hang on, boys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My daughter came in because she needed some help. And one of the rules is that kids don't get on stream without the other parents' explicit permission. Because, kids. Sorry about that, boys. My apologies. I don't mind what I've seen of Star Trek The Next Generation, but I've got to say things mostly so clean with a clear answer when reality doesn't always have a definite answer that is 100% correct, and people aren't often so reasonable, and things don't always go as happy as they do much of the time. Yeah, well, that's one of the things that was the problem with the early episodes of Star Trek, is that they were kind of boring because they couldn't have interpersonal conflict, and a lot of the conflict had to be from outside the ship. It also is the fact that when you're talking about principles, one of the things you want to do is you want to nail it down to the most basic form possible, so that the United States is 5'3". Well, damn. Is that can't be right. That can't be right. Let me ask Grok. Let me ask. Apparently it is. 162.5 centimeters. It doesn't give me centimeters here because it knows that we measure things in fridges. Okay, that's good. That's short. I was thinking 5'4". I know, right? You are correct about a little bit of that. Jerry Ryan, yeah. So Jerry Ryan isn't short. She's just short to me because I'm a tall ass motherfucker. That's pretty much what it boils down to. And so the reason that Star Trek does what it does is the same way with a lot of stories. Is that what you want to do is you want to simplify it as much as possible. So then when you get down to brass tacks, you can get meaning out of it. Because if you put too much convoluted shit in it, like there is in real life, it's really hard to parse where you're coming from. This is why using hypotheticals that are simplified is a way to break down what your actual principles are. Like, for instance, with the deportations in the United States of America. Oh, no, actually, this right here is a perfect example, right? This right here is a perfect example of actually what I'm talking about. So, do you allow homosexuals into your freaking political movement? And it's like, you live in the West, and you say you don't want homosexuals in your political movement. This is like one of those basic bitch things where it's like 50 years ago, this would have been a mainstream opinion. Now, it's, you're weird. That's what the vast majority of a lot of people are going to say. It's like, that's kind of weird, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, so if homosexuals aren't allowed in your movement, are bisexuals allowed in your movement? Is a man who has a wife and children and lives in a monogamous relationship in holy matrimony, literally, because my wife is a Christian. Am I not allowed in your movement because I like to fuck men? Because that's the way my sexual orientation goes? Is that right? Are we going there? Is that what we're doing? Why do some women want 6 foot tall chads? Being 5'10" or 5'11" should be fine for most women. A lot of that has to do with just fetish bias kind of deal. It's not technically a fetish, but essentially what it is like it's a byproduct of most females want their male to be able to protect them. And height is one of those things where it's a proxy for that. Because if you feel tiny and small next to your man, then you're going to feel more protected than if you were taller than him. It's literally, and the thing about it is it's not even a conscious thing. It's literally just something that happens in the back of your head and your subconscious. And the problem is that I think it's only like 12% of men are above 6 foot. Now, let's see, what percentage of men in the U.S. are 6 foot and taller? 14.5% of adult men in the United States. So when they say they want a man that's 6 foot tall, that's what they're looking for. 14% of men. Same with income. Is it going to give me a response? I guess not. Oh, here we go. It just took it a second. So approximately 17% of men in the U.S. earn over $100,000 a year. I wonder how many of those are above 6 foot. Out of those, how many are over 6 feet tall? I need Texas refrigerator measurements here, boys. 2.5%. So this is a basic estimation. As you can see, they basically took the percentages and kind of smashed them fucking together. Yeah, so just hate the whole group instead of awful individuals. Yeah, I mean it's basically what it is. Yeah. So yeah, this is just stupidity. That's what this is. I could continue to say it's stupid. It's just stupid because, like I said, you're looking at one of the most articulate political individuals that I've ever seen on the right, and then you're talking about like a tech bro, right? This is a smart individual, a man who knows how to make investments, a man who he was like one of the originals of PayPal. and he went in with Elon Musk on that, right? And you don't want this guy in your political movement? You don't want this guy's money going to your political people? Really? Really? I can understand Dave Rubin. Everybody thinks he's a fucking lying, grifting hack, but really, these two? That's kind of mind-blowing, honestly. Because again, it boils down to the fact, it was just like, if you want to win, then you wouldn't do this. If you, this honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this looks like a virtue signal to me. That's what it looks like. That's really what it looks like, because you are shouting to the world how virtuous you are by this. That's how it feels, because there's no other reason to say this other than the fact you don't want to win elections. Because I'm going to tell you, man, if a right-leaning politician actually said this, they would tank in a lot of places. They would not be able to win a national election. That's for damn sure. You might be able to win local elections. You might be able to win a state election, potentially. But a national election? Nah, dude. No. Not going to happen. Not gonna, it's loser mentality, straight up. So, yeah. And, dude, bro's right. They want MAGA to lose. It's got to be it. That's the only real explanation, other than they're fucking retarded, right? I think my interests of well-endowed women are too much. At least I know it.